Hey guys, thanks for tuning into the video. Today I want to review this Thomas Nelson Kids Bible called the Color Code Bible. I'm really excited about this edition, and I've spent a couple days looking it over and reading it a little bit. And shout out to Thomas Nelson for providing this edition for me to review. And this is going to be a wonderful gift this Christmas for my sister-in-law. She's about 8 years old, and I think she's really going to love this. And so I want to show you guys this Bible here and share with you some reasons why you might want to buy a Color Code Bible. So let's get into it. So as we open the Bible up here, what you see is that there's a super unique cover here on the Bible. I believe it comes in a blue edition as well as this pink right here. And they may provide a hard edition as well, but what you're gonna get is this imitation leather and a really fun design for kids, and these big letters on the front of Color Code Bible. And as you can see right here in KJV, it is a new King James Version edition, which is an interesting choice for kids. I think the New King James Version is more of a formal equivalency, but it does have modern language. And so maybe your kid would really benefit from something that's a little more poetic, and you desire for your kid to kind of hold in that tradition of the King James Version, or maybe you want something for your kid that's a bit more formal, but keeps some beautiful language. Something like a New King James Version or even an ESV will kind of meet that ballpark of what you might be looking for. And so as we open the Bible up, it's really fun here with all the colors. And I want to show you some really cool features of this Bible. And so as we go through the contents and abbreviations of this book, you start to get these really cool introductions. And so in this sense, it's kind of like a study Bible, but it's really colorful, and it helps kids, and it would have helped a kid like myself who has ADHD to really see something visually and have a cue for what it is. And so it's kind of a breakdown here of the Old Testament and the New Testament and a color code. And as you go on, there's a really cool gospel presentation here at the front. And so if your kid is reading through this Bible, you immediately get a gospel presentation starting from creation to sin, Jesus, salvation, and eternal life. And then an introduction to these color codes right here. And so gold is highlighted for God. This dark navy color is sin. Jesus is in red. Verses about salvation are in orange, and heaven is in purple. And also there's a teal color here, right here, that's for family and community. And then blue is for worship. And so we'll see that as we continue the review of this Bible. So don't want to skip this here. There's a really cool introduction as well on the authorship of the Bible. So obviously you can't write a small biography on every author of the Bible. There's over 40 authors from multiple continents, over 1,500 years, but there are some major authors here: Samuel, David, Solomon, Paul, John, and others. And there's a really cool little short biography on the authors, and then a list of books that they have written. And so I think that'll be really fun for kids who are just starting to get into the Bible, or even teenagers. There's also right here a section of giving kind of a brief tutorial on how to read the Bible, finding a place to read, getting your heart right before God, and just some tips on the reading process, as well as some encouragement on starting a Bible plan. And so it's really fun. There's some graphs here as well, some facts about the Bible. This would be really fun for kids to show their friends. And it kind of reminds me of some stuff that you can find on Logos Bible software, of just some charts here, infographics, showing some information about the Bible. It's really fun. And so here we have the Color Code Bible overview, starting with God, and it starts to walk through and share a brief section explaining each individual section. As I mentioned before, there's also a couple colors here that I didn't miss, so I'll just go ahead and review them real quick. Red is for Jesus. This navy color is sin. Orange is salvation. Pink is for love. Blue, worship. Green, growth. Purple, heaven. And then this teal color is for family. And so the really cool part about this Bible is when we get to the text. And so I'm going to go ahead and get to Genesis and show you what this Bible is like on this color code system. And so here we go. We have clicked on Genesis. We've turned to Genesis here. And right here, we have a little guide on the color code system, starting with the first chapter of Genesis. This is a really nice semi-bold font here, and it looks to be about a 9 or even a 9.5 font. And so it's very readable. There's a brief overview of the book of Genesis written by Moses, some comments on authorship, time period, and purpose. And it's very brief, but then we get into the text. And so, as you can see, here is the color code. Really awesome here. It looks like somebody has highlighted this Bible, but really what's going to happen is as your kid reads this Bible, or whoever you gift it to, they're going to start to have a visual cue in their mind as to what the theme of this Bible is. And so, especially in books of the Old Testament, it can be difficult to follow along and remember what you're reading, the purpose of it. And so as you come right here and you get to this section in Exodus, you know, a young kid might be reading this and think right here, okay, this is the birth of Moses. What is the importance here? And as you look down at the teal section, you see it's family. And so you really, the kid starts thinking, okay, there's something significant about Moses' birth and his family right here and his adoption. And so it's a powerful way to study the Bible. Of course, we have right here in Exodus 5 a passage referring to salvation. And so a kid can read an Old Testament passage, say it's about sacrifice, and to see the visual cue here of orange and showing how God is providing a way for his children to be saved is just an incredible tool right here. And so let's go ahead and flip to the New Testament. I also will comment briefly on the paper quality. This is printed in China. However, this paper feels to be actually very high quality. And the text, as I mentioned before, is a very nice, large, semi-bold text. And as I look here at more poetic sections, I wouldn't be surprised if this was a 10-point font. And so it's actually a very generous sized font. And you can see here how beautiful the text is as you view it here in the Proverbs. But it's a very readable font. We have chapter numbers in that teal color. And of course, you have the color code system at the bottom. You have the end of Proverbs here all highlighted. It's awesome. And as we move to the New Testament, you can see here it's the same type of thing. One thing it will also help your children learn how to do, besides just having that visual cue and helping them get a better grasp of the Bible and the major themes of the Bible, is they'll also learn how to interact with their Bible in a more meaningful and intentional way, which should also lead them to learn how to start highlighting Bible for themselves. Having a visual cue like this is very helpful. In general, studies have shown that when you interact with a book that you're reading, your retention is much higher. But also just to be able to have that visual cue can help your child remember where in the Bible they were reading and to be able to turn to that. If they were carrying their Bible, say, hey, I was reading this passage and then boom, it was right here, or it was in between these color-coded sections right here. It really helps the mind remember what you're reading. And so it's a very awesome Bible. It's made for kids. However, even as an adult, this edition might actually be very helpful for you as well. I know that with NIV. I believe Zondervan has created a couple color-coded edition Bibles. However, if you're looking for a New King James Version color code Bible, this might be the one for you. As I said, it is in a pink leather soft edition. You got a really fun pattern here for kids, New King James Version. The Bible is roughly 1.25 inches thick, and so it's a very handy size edition at around 5.5 by 8.5. It's a mid-sized Bible, very easy to carry. It feels to be roughly 2 pounds, and so easy to carry, very helpful edition. And before we go, real quick, I do want to show you the ribbon. So it comes with a very generous size green ribbon here. And I'm actually impressed with the length. This is the first time I pulled this ribbon out, actually. This is a very solid length ribbon. As you can see here in the video, a lot of editions of Bibles that are non-premium do not include a ribbon of this quality and this length. And so that's actually really awesome to have a ribbon that length. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video today. Again, this is the Color Code Edition Bible by Thomas Nelson. I want to thank them again for providing this copy. And there will also be a link here in the description for you to purchase a copy for yourself. So thanks for tuning in, and I hope you guys have a great day.